of this video is to go over number 15 on 2.1, and really in 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, you do a lot of these types of problems, and they all kind of ask the same thing, the formula for the equation, or the formula for the tangent line at some point. Maybe they use a, maybe use x1, x0, maybe they use some h value. And what's going on here is we have these functions, and we pick 2 points, and I'm not going to, we want to find the slope at a point, we take the limit as a point approaches another point. In this case, we're looking for the equation at a general point. They're going to call that general point x0. So we'll put this general point x0. I want the equation of the slope at this point. I might want the equation of the tangent line. I have to find the value of the slope. So here we're looking for the limit as x approaches x0. So this point would be x comma f of x, and this point would be x0 comma f of x0. Now we do the same thing we do in college algebra when we want to find the equation of the slope, or if we want to find the value of the slope, we do delta y over delta x, which would be f of x0 minus f of x divided by x0 minus, x0 minus x, right? So I have this point here, and I have this point here. So I do delta y divided by delta x. So now I look at my function, and I do the limit as x goes to x0. My first function, I plug in x0, so I have x0 squared minus 64, minus this function just with x's, so x squared minus 64, all over x0 minus x. So simplifying this, I get x0 squared minus 64 minus x squared plus 64. So my plus 64, my minus 64 here cancels, and that's why it's so important to distribute that negative through that whole function. x0 minus x. At this point, you should always be able to factor out what you have in the denominator, because the denominator is going to 0 when we have problems when that happens. So if I do a difference of squares, I have x0 minus x and x0 plus x all over x0 minus x. x0 minus x canceled, and I'm left with the limit as x goes to x0 of x0 plus x. So all my x's are going to x0, so that gives me x0 plus x0, which gives me 2x0. So that is the slope, is 2x0. Then it says using the formula in part A to find the slope at the given value. The given value here is minus 8. Now I could go do this whole process again, plugging in minus 8 everywhere I have an x0, but I don't need to do that because I have the formula here. So this is going to be 2 times minus 8. So this is going to be minus 16. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. This is a very important concept for exam 2, which will be in a couple more weeks. The equation of the tangent line comes up on the final all the time, and being able to understand what's going on is an important concept.